Welcome back to Festival Fishbowl. That was Mark Trimwith just assaulting people in a park. Sorry, you guys didn't get to see that. He goes around and asks for people's food, and if they...
Trying to co-host.
You have to do it like this if you're going to be like me. If you...
That was
racist,
wow.
whatever.
Wow, you've been hurt.
Stop hate criming me. What am I saying? So he goes around... Did someone go yes? Was that woo-woo? Was that you, woo-woo? Bloody hell, okay.
You're just saying that because I'm gay, aren't you?
Stop being such a homo about it.
Gay versus racist.
Let's do this.
I know.
Let's do this.
Look at you eating popcorn, Fletty. Oh, what's going to happen? Right, so he takes people's food in a park. Anyway, it's not important. Go and watch the thing on YouTube. Right, so that was Mark Trimwith. If he does approach you in a park, be nice to him.
Give him food.
Yeah. This is Ariel Manx. I was going to say is a freak show, but that's probably not the right thing to say.
I think it is.
Are you? What do you?
One moment. I think mind over matter is the best words.
Yeah.
The best words to describe what I've done, but I'm trying to take it in a bit more of a new direction. So I've kind of coined the phrase cerebral circus because it's very much about working with the conscious and the unconscious mind to do crazy shit. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
This guy. The only reason I said you were a freak show is because off camera, we were talking, you were like, I'm living in my car. We're like, all right, right before they turn back on, he's like, it's a hearse. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So we're going to get to that.
Okay, cool.
No, let's get to it now.
Okay.
Why are you living in a hearse?
What's happening?
Okay. I'm a street performer by trade. I've been doing that for the last 5 years. I nearly made it out of street performing and into the corporate sector, and then the stock market crashed and I lost all the work and I went back onto the street. I've been doing that for a really long time, and I invested all the money I had into getting this venue together, buying tickets to get to Europe to get out of the cold over winter, and I bought a backpacker's car for $2,500, and it's a Ford XF from '85 with an extension on the back, and I'm looking at it going, it's a hearse, but he's telling me it's just an extra long Ford XF, and then I got a letter from the government telling me off for not registering it into my name yet, and it said it was a hearse, so that was a day to celebrate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're like, there's plenty of sleeping room then, I guess.
There is. I've travelled a lot living out of the back of cars, and that little bit of extra room is actually fantastic. It means I can fit my stage show in the car, my street show in the car, my clothes in the car, my beanbag in the car, and still be able to spread out. But I've got to say, it's a lot of fun sleeping between the two gardens on Rundle Street with the clip still going on. So
You should sleep with the windows open just like this and see what people do. And at the end of the, I guess when you wake up, you can just kind of, does it still have the rollers? So you can just roll out of bed?
no, none of that. None of that.
That's a shame. All right.
I wish.
So tell us about False Messiah and what it is.
This is my first attempt at a solo theatre show. In the past, I've done stuff with, I was with a company called Opposable Thumbs, and we won every Fringe Award in 2007 at the Melbourne Fringe Festival, and then got disqualified at the last moment.
How come? What did you do? This isn't theatre, this is entertainment.
Politics. The girl that I was performing with, her mother is quite influential in the circus community, and it was generally decided that if we won, it might seem like we were getting favouritism. So instead, we just got squashed. And that was when I decided the circus community can go and get.
I didn't even know influential in the circus community was a thing.
You've never heard of the
This is
Circus
amazing.
Mafia?
No.
Oh my
definitely
God, they're scary as hell. I mean, love them. Love them.
One day you're just juggling for a favour for a friend. The next day you're spinning his plates. Then you're killing some dude. Right.
But in the show,
Oh God, this is happening. No, sorry, I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and I'm pretty glad I didn't.
Oh, is this? Wow.
I know. It's just I've kind of taught myself to enjoy this awkward look on people's faces. This is good.
I guess
Keep
I didn't
going.
realize what was going to happen with that, and now I do. And now I do.
Oh, excellent!
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
no. Well, throughout the show, I've been trying to study where hardcore circus and sideshow came from, where the stunts actually came from, and in the case of sword swallowing, piercings, fire eating, walking on glass, they were all originally rituals from Hindu fakirs. So that goes back 3,000 years, and all very much about actually triggering biochemical changes within the body to get a natural high, but doing so as well to find yourself closer to God. There was a fakir, I think, in around the 1400s, called Fakir Musafa, and his message was, if you want to get closer to God, get a piercing. And I study this stuff religiously. I absolutely love it. So in the show, I'm very much trying to get back to where it came from and what it was all about, because Western culture just tends to go ew, and
That's
I
really
find it
fascinating,
beautiful.
but put that in your face. No, that's not true. Because I can do it too. Look, I know. Oh, I nearly gagged. Right.
Awesome.
So, but how do you? What makes you say I want to put that in my body?
Unexpected turns and twists here.
Indeed,
in the interview.
indeed. My father was a martial arts instructor, and I grew up from the age of 4 in a dojo 3 nights a week. And then when I was 11, he took me to go and see the Shaolin monks performing a show called The Wheel of Life. And definitely the most life-changing experience ever at 11 years old, watching the monks doing these beautifully crazy, amazing stunts. And I just kind of went, I want to do that. And I fell in love with anything that didn't seem to be physically possible. If it seemed impossible, like magic where it's sleight of hand, only no sleight of hand. We're going to actually do it for you. Doesn't seem possible. Let's make that happen. And I completely fell in love with it. And sword swallowing was one in particular. But honestly, I learnt sword swallowing because when I was 17, I blew a disc out in my spine. I was training to be a circus acrobat and contortionist, and had an accident. And they told me, you'll never tumble again, you'll never contort again, you'll be lucky if you can ever run again. And I'd been studying sideshow because it had all the really cool stuff, and I'd read everywhere that the trick, one of the major things about sword swallowing was that posture was key. So I knew if I blew my back again, they'd have to put me in a corset, and well, there goes my career. Oh, wait a minute, I can still do this. Excellent. So it was a backup plan, but now I hold 13 world records in sword swallowing. So it's gone from being the backup plan to my major one. And I just set the 13th in my show 3 days ago. It's the final move. Halfway through, I break the Guinness World Record for the most weight lifted off a swallowed sword. It used to be 26 kilograms. Now it's 30.
Wow.
That's a thing.
So you put something on the end of that and...
Yeah, I've got 30 kilograms of hand weights. I don't use this sword. What's really interesting about it is my sword is too weak for the trick. So I'll swallow the sword. It's got a mouth brace to prevent me from breaking my face.
Sure, that's important.
Put the weights are on the ground with the sling, hook it over, stand up, hold it for as long as I can, grab the weights, pull them down, pull the sword out. And ordinarily when I pull the sword out, it's gone from straight to being like this.
No.
Yeah, it bends inside me.
Wow.
Which is, so I'm trying to get a stronger sword made. But on the 18th of March, my final show, the ABC are sending 2 cameras to come and film it. They're making a half-hour documentary on my life, because 13 world records, 12 of them are completely
Jason.
original.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The chat room would like to know what record you're most proud of.
Ah.
Oh, that's a sketchy one. Okay. No. It's different because we've seen the obvious reaction that being good at what I does get. I would say I'm going to give 2 if that's okay. The first one is before I came along, the most difficult and dangerous thing you could do was to swallow a neon tube. And then a few months back, I swallowed 2 neon tubes at the same time and then slid this down the middle, which was technically the most difficult and dangerous thing I know of with sword swallowing. I don't do that in this show. Frankly, it's just too much. In this show, the one that I'm most proud of is the one I did a few days ago. I swallow the sword, I do a cartwheel, and then I come out of the cartwheel and do what's called a back whip, which is like a backward somersault, only I keep my body open and I do the full 360 feet to feet. Yeah, so I'm innovative. This is my first show, and this is why the freak show thing. Yeah, I don't know what to call myself, so I figure F whatever's being done. Let's just create a new title for it. I'm going Cerebral Circus because.
Have we already done the where and when of the show?
No, let's do
find
this.
out. Where and
When and
when?
where are you?
Saturday and Sunday next weekend, and the weekend after in Carry On at 4:15 p.m., which isn't a great time, but I think it's an ideal time because. Honestly, my show's not so good if you're drunk. You want to come see my show and then go out afterwards, get drunk, party on.
And you kind of want to remember it. You want to be like, oh my God, you remember that? Oh yeah, I remember that. Not
Yeah.
like, I don't really remember anything.
Definitely.
Right. Awesome work. So Carry On is in Gluttony, which is just the other side of the garden. Do you want to do that first, or do you want to play a game?
Hold
thinking-
on, what's the game?
Well, we have. Let's do that because I'm pretty sure that'll be a closer.
This kid's already hiding.
No,
just the anticipation.
Unless you want to do Chalky Stab.
Chalky stab with the sword.
As an example, I set a record about 9 months ago for being the only person to juggle a chainsaw while swallowing a sword. What's the game? Let's see if I can do it while I swallow a sword.
Okay,
Okay.
here are the games. We've
What do we
got Candy Challenge and Chucky Stab left.
So they both involve eating. Okay, yeah.
I don't
no,
think
fuck
that's going to
that.
be a
What else
thing.
you got?
Yeah, let's not do that. Well,
I'm well up for sword swallow Jenga. Not
Really?
very impressive.
Yes.
That's super
Or
impressive.
Can I just skip the game and do a stunt instead?
Yeah, you
Can
know
we
what?
skip the
Do
game?
that. You've got a sword. You can do whatever you want.
Awesome. I'm hoping he can zoom back.
You're
'cause,
Damo's puppy. Take it. I don't. Whatever. All right.
Awesome. I'm gonna do it here.
You please do wherever you're comfortable.
Careful with the edges. I use this sword for acrobatics. The sword sits between my lungs, behind my heart.
What am I
Check
doing with it?
You're just gonna check that
Okay.
it's solid while I move this shit out of the way.
Thank God. Okay, right.
Okay, cool.
I just my mind boggled. I was like, I'll have a crack. Whatever.
Take a long time. Or I
gonna take a
Just kick it. Just kick it.
All right.
Good kick, man.
So I figure I'm just gonna do my second world record. because-
How Gen Y are you?
Oh, no, I can't help
What
it.
are you doing?
That's
All right.
actually a world record. No one has ever kicked exactly that many blocks out of the way.
Oh, that's
14th world record.
That's excellent. Wow.
All right, man.
The two we don't count because they're just not cool enough. I will slide the sword down my throat. Hold on, the shit gets away.
Hello.
Whoa.
Hey there, big.
Thank you.
Well, if we're all gonna
Feel
do
like
it,
a piece
then-
of meat. All right.
You might be a bit of schnitzel in a second.
I'm very sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swallow the handstand. I'll bow my body in half. I'll place my hands here on the ground. And, sorry, I'm checking what's going on around here. I will attempt to not jump, but strengthen my way up into a planched handstand. And hopefully that's going to work. I'm sorry, just please be aware of where my legs are going. And I'm very sorry, the pants are very baggy. So when I do the handstand, you're probably going to get a cop of you. So maybe...
Really? No, I'm going to stay here.
I thought you were gay. Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm not so sure anymore, sword swallower. Let's do this.
All right.
It's odd for this chick to appeal to a woman. Awesome. All right. Normally it's men. Hi. Okay.
I've never wanted to run so fast in my life. What am I doing? I don't want to take it out.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aerial Manx. No blood. How good's that? Wow, man. Well, I don't think we can top that. So we'll let you get on with your day. What do you have? Are you going to wash it at all, or?
Yeah, I'll clean it up when we get home. It does actually get rusty quite quick, so I have to continually kind of clean rust off the blade. But
What a great thing to chuck down your esophagus. That's fantastic. Woo! One more time. Your show's called False Messiah.
False Messiah. It's happening in Carry On down at Gluttony. I can promise you a few things that you've probably never seen before, and particularly, like I said, I'm focusing on the ritual aspects. So I'm putting some qigong stunts in that would traditionally only be done on stage by kung fu monks. So I'm really proud of it, but it's very much an experiment in new theatre because no one does what I do.
Yeah. Awesome work. Please thank Aaron
Wow.
Manx, ladies and gentlemen.